Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. And I know I'm not the only member of this House to be slightly bemused by Labour's apparent sudden concern over tax rises, given their own record. We've already heard about how Labour's tax plans would hit the pockets of working families with their so-called progressive property tax. This would cost the average household an additional £374 a year, as well as their plans to abolish single-person discounts and referendums on high tax rises. But it's not just about the future policies, Madam Deputy Speaker. You can also see it from their own record, especially here in London, where not only has my neighbouring borough, Croydon, been led to bankruptcy, but my own Carshalton and Wallington residents have also been punished by a mayor of London who's imposed a 20.3% rise in his share of the council tax since 2016, despite his manifesto promise to keep his share of council tax as low as possible. Now the mayor wants to raise his share of council tax in London by a further 10%, all punishing Londoners for his poor financial management at City Hall. But it isn't just Labour who would hit working families with tax rises. Whilst we've already heard that Conservative councils charge on average £84 a year less in council tax, Lib Dems actually charge over £132 a year more than Conservative councils. And such an example can be found in my own London borough of Sutton, where the Lib Dems have joined with the mayor's council tax rise on local residents, having raised council tax in the London borough of Sutton by nearly 14% since 2017-18, according to London councils. Indeed, the London borough of Sutton is ranked as one of only 23 councils across all 393 local authority areas, having classified as a very high tax rate for council tax, according to the website Property Data. Now, the reason often spouted by Labour and Lib Dem councils they don't get enough support. But these tax rises are happening long before the pandemic, and it is clear that the government has given an unprecedented level of support to local authorities during the pandemic. Over £95 million has been given to Sutton in 2021 alone. And so supportive has this finance been that my own finance director in the London Borough of Sutton said at a council meeting last week that they are in as good a financial position as they were before the pandemic, thanks to a good level of support from central government. And I suspect the Lib Dems will never forgive him for saying something so positive. However, residents don't have to settle for councils that waste money and impose higher taxes on them. We've heard that Conservative-run councils and mayors offer better services whilst charging less tax. Recovering from the COVID pandemic is going to be hard, so more than ever, we need Conservative councils and mayors who are up for the challenge, who are innovative and careful with taxpayers' money, rather than the high tax and wasteful spending mantra of the opposition.